Good morning, grade 4. Our today's lesson is present progressive tense. What is present progressive tense and what we are talking about? In this lesson, we're talking about the verbs in the present progressive form. Verbs in the present progressive form. We took before the verbs in the present tense, and then we took the verbs in the past tense, and then we took the verbs in the future tense. But what about the verbs in the progressive tense, in the present progressive tense? What's the meaning of progressive? Progressive means like in progress or ongoing. So if you think a little bit, you can figure out that the verb in the present progressive tense means that the verb is in progress. The action is in progress. Let's read inside the box and then we'll explain everything. Present progressive tense. Progressive form of verbs show action that continues over time. To make the progressive form of a verb, adding ing to the main verb. Use a form of be as a helping verb. The present progressive tense describes something that is continuing to happen now. It uses the verb is, am, or are as a helping verb, like he is playing. So, verbs in the present progressive means that the verb is in progress, that the action is happening and continuing over time. Here we have the rule of using the present progressive tense. You should have the helping verb to be, like am, is, or are, and you should have the main verb with ing. Like here in the example, he is playing. So here I have the helping verb is, and because of he, and play is the main verb with ing. He is playing. He is playing is in the present progressive form. Why? Because when I say he is playing, that means that the boy is playing right now and still playing. He didn't finish yet playing. So that's why the action is in progress. It's happening right now and still continuing. Like I'm teaching you the lesson. So now I'm teaching. This is in the present progressive form. Why? Because I'm teaching you the lesson and I'm still continuing. I didn't finish yet and I didn't stop yet. So I have the form of am teaching because so I will use am, the helping verb, and then teach, the main verb, and then ing. So I am teaching. So whenever you're using the present progressive form, you should stick to the verb to be as a helping verb, which is am or is or are, according to the subject that you have. And then you have the main verb with ing, which means that the action is happening right now and still continuing. The action is happening right now and still continuing. It didn't finish yet. So I think the exercise now is easy and clear. So you're gonna pick the present progressive form. You're gonna pick the helping verb, which is verb to be either am or is or are, according to the subject, and the main verb with ing, which means that the action is in progress. It's now and still continuing. The action is now and still continuing. Let's do number 1, for example. The kids are kicking a ball in the street. So what did the kids do? Are kicking. So where's the helping verb? I have the helping verb are, and the main verb is kick, and then the ing, kicking, which means that the kids are kicking now the ball and still kicking, and the action didn't yet finished. The next one, I am enjoying my game with the neighbors. So what did I do? Am enjoying. So you have to focus on the verb because some of you may look at the end of the sentence. Some of you were distracted. I don't know why. Ask yourself this question. What did I do? What did the subject do? So it's easy to figure out the verb from the sentence. So what did I do? What did the kids do? What did the boys and the girls do? What did the ball? What happened to the ball? Or what happened to the ball? The city street. What happened in the street? What happened to the ball? And so on. If you ask yourself this question, you can figure out the verb. All right, so what did I do? I am enjoying. So where's the helping verb? Am, and then the main verb is enjoying with ing, which means So here I have a number 2. I am enjoying my game with the neighbors. What did I do? Am enjoying. So here is the present progressive form. Where's the helping verb? Am. And the main verb enjoy with ing, which means that I'm enjoying right now and still enjoying and I didn't finish yet. All right, so that means that the action is happening right now and still continuing, still in progress, and I didn't finish yet. And it's happening now. That's why in the present. Present means now. All right, so the third one, the boys and girls are forming. Ask yourself, what did the boys and the girls do? You can figure out the verb. So whenever grade 4, whenever you ask yourself this question, what did the subject do? It's easy to figure out the verb. All right, ask yourself this question in each sentence. What did the subject do? So it's easy to get out the verb. All right, the ball. What happened to the ball? Is bouncing. The city street. What happened to the street? So what, and so on. It's easy to figure out the verb from the sentence by asking yourself this question. Once you get the answer, it's easy to get the form. Like am enjoying. This is the present progressive form. Are kicking. This is the present progressive form. And so on. Do the exercise and then I'll send you the model answer. The second part that we have is the past progressive form. It's the same concept, but the tense, the time is different. Past progressive form, it's the same. We're talking about the verbs that were in progress, still continuing, but in the past tense, not in the present. Here, when we talked about the present, means that the action is now and still continuing. But what about the past? Past means that this action was in progress, but in the past. It's not happening now at all. But during this period, in the past, the action was in progress. During this period, in the past, the action was in progress or the action was continuing. During this period in the past means like long duration, but in the past. Right? Action that was in progress, but in the past. Action was continuing, but in the past. Like, for example, I'll give you example. When I was 10 years old, I was playing volleyball. So that means that I'm talking about duration that I was having in my life when I was young, when I was 10 years old. So that means that it was in the past, because when I was 10 years old. What did I do when I was 10 years old? I was playing volleyball. So that means that I have an action that was in progress or was continuing, but in the past, not now. It's not related to the present time. It's related to the past tense, like a special action that I was doing, but in the past. And it was continuing. Action was happening and continuing in the past. What is the rule of writing the past progressive tense? Past progressive tense here describes something that continued in the past. I use the helping verb was or were plus the main verb with ing. So the difference here that in the present, I'll use am, is, or are. But in the past, I'll use the helping verb was or were plus the main verb and ing. Let's check this example. He was working. So I have the helping verb here was, and I have the main verb work and the ing. He was working. That means grade 4, that the action happened in the past. But the duration of the action was continuing in the past. So while you're using the past progressive form, you should stick to the rule, which is was or were plus the main verb plus ing. You should stick to the rule. All right? Here I have an example. Like number 1, the artist was making amazing picture in his studio. So what did the artist do? I said, don't forget to ask yourself this question. What did the artist do? What did the subject do? So you can figure out the verb. So he was making. So was making here the past progressive form. Past progressive form. I have the helping verb was, and I have the main verb make with ing, which means that this action was continuing, this action was in progress, but in the past, not now. An art gallery was showing them last month. Even see last here, because it's not now, it's in the past. But this action was continuing in the past. Like I was eating cereal when I was young. An action that was continuing, that was in progress, but in the past. It's not related to the present time. Was showing, I have the helping verb was, and then I have showing the main verb with ing, which means that the action was in progress in the past. Action was continuing in the past. Everyone was admiring his art. What did the subject do? Was admiring. What did the people do? Or what did the people do? Everyone was admiring. So I have the helping verb was, and then I have the main verb admire with ing, which means that the action was continuing, was in progress, but in the past. I think it's easy now if you ask yourself this question, what did the subject do? It's easy to figure out the helping verb and the main verb in the past progressive form. The last tense that we have, grade 4, is the future progressive. What's the meaning of future progressive? It means that the action or the verb is in progress, is ongoing, is continuing in the future tense, in the future time. So this part again, future progressive, means that the verb, that the action is ongoing, is in progress, still continuing in the future. And it's more related to planned action. Like if you're planning to do something with your family or with your friends, you can use the future progressive. Like, I'll be visiting my grandmother next week. So this is a plan. Or I'll be traveling to North Coast next month, for example. This is also a plan. So you can use the future progressive if you are having a plan to do something for the planned action. And it's also related to the action that's in progress, action that's continuing over a period of time in the future tense. What is the form of writing the future progressive? Here you have will be, which is the helping verb, together, will be, and then you have the main verb with ing. Sorry, so you'll have will be, remembering. Will be the helping verb, and then remember the main verb with ing. So the action, grade 4, in the future progressive is in progress, is continuing, is ongoing in the future tense. It's related to the plan action. All right. So now I think it's easy to answer this exercise, and I'll send you the model answer soon. All right. Thank you.